So for those that don't know me, my name's Marissa. I have been a coach since last May. I started my journey on the 21 Day Fix April 1st of last year. And I said, I'm doing one round and that's it. Who can use those little containers long term? I don't even know what you're talking about. Courtney's my coach. You guys, a lot of you guys know her as well. And I said, there's no way past 3 weeks am I doing this program. And she said, okay, sure, Marissa, whatever you say. I said, and I'm not drinking Shakeology past the one round. I'll tell you that for certain. There's no way I'm doing that either. She says, okay. So I started my journey, and as a lot of you know, I was a lot heavier than I am now. I didn't know it was possible to juggle eating healthy, doing a good lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, while working full-time in the city. I work 2 hours away from my home, so I have 12-hour days door to door. I have a husband and a child that's almost 2 in another month, and a dog. And so I definitely get time limitations, and so I understand when people have that concern. Fast forward a month into my journey, people started noticing my change. I was down about 15 pounds, and people were complimenting me and asking me questions, and it felt really awesome that people were even noticing. At that time, I had canceled Shakeology because I felt it was too expensive, and I didn't really understand the benefits and that it was connected to my loss. So I canceled it for a week, and in that week, my husband can attest to it, I was a crazy woman, and I was cranky, and I was missing it. And I realized at that time I just had to order it again, and that's it. And I never looked back. And when the delivery man came with it, I actually ran to the door. So for me, it was like crack being delivered to the door, like to a crazy woman. And he must have thought I was crazy as I'm running to the door to get it from him. So it's a story that I always love to share with people, because I really was that person that said, there's no way I'm continuing Shakeology. And I went as far as even canceling it. So, but now it's like, it's for life. I'm never turning back. I love it that much. And I signed up to be a discount coach. I had no intention of actually being an active coach and helping people. And then what happened is, after that, people started asking me questions. And I realized that I do want to help people. I always wanted to help people. I just didn't know it was going to be in health and fitness. I used to work at a crisis hotline, and I really loved doing that as something different than I work in business. And so this is kind of fulfilling that, in the sense of, since I don't do something else like that. And so it's been really rewarding and really fabulous. And obviously in the financial aspect, it's been really great too. I mean, a lot of you guys have watched my journey in terms of me redoing my kitchen. And, you know, I'm not saying that, in this past year I was able to redo a whole kitchen, because that's not the case yet. But it has helped me furnish my home and get all of these extra things that I normally would have to tap into my savings account for. And just day to day, I don't have to go into my savings account. And in fact, I now add to my savings. And so this financial opportunity has really helped me build my bank account and my husband's bank account. And so that's why I do what I do. I help people, and there's just happens to be this really great rate of return in the terms of being able to help and also help yourself at the same time. And so that's my journey in a nutshell. And I love it. And I'm really happy that you guys are all part of this journey with me, one way or the other. And that brings me to Jen, who has a slightly different story than I do. So she's just going to go into a little bit about her, and then we'll jump into questions.
Okay. All right. So I'm Jen, and I started my journey a little over a year ago, and I didn't start with a coach. So I didn't have a coach when I started. I did it for about 6 months on my own. I didn't drink shakes then, and you know, Marissa probably came into my life right as I was kind of plateauing and needed a kick in the butt. And it was, she found me, and it just worked out perfect. We live in the same town. We became buddies, and that's another part of the story. All the friendships that I've made, going through this has been, I don't know, phenomenal. These women that I work with are just the greatest, most inspiring people, and just lift each other up. And that's part of the reason that I want to continue with this. I did I started, when I met Marissa, I did the Fix Extreme. I started drinking Shakeology. She had a coach called Just Like This that I jumped onto. And at that time, I was really kind of looking for something to make extra money. I was, thinking about doing like all these other things, like Avon or Origami Owl or something that I just like had no passion for. And, the 21 Day Fix, I mean, it really clicked with me. And, before I was even coaching, I, got people to buy the program. And, like just because I loved sharing, what I was doing. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I just share my story and, share what I've learned, and people, really respond to that. And that's kind of what coaching's all about. It's like having this passion and just wanting to share it with others and inspire others. And, that's what I've taken from this. The financial bonus is really awesome. I'm able to drink my shakes, cover my shakes. I was able to stay home this summer with my family instead of doing summer school. Just having that extra money in my pocket every month, really helps out. Like the kids were able to go to swim lessons and I didn't have to worry where the money was coming from. So, it's a balance between family, the business, but I'm able to do it with the comfort of my own home. So I really love that part about it. And that gets involved in the whole process. They start eating healthier. The kids like to jump in on the workouts. My husband works out with me now. Lots changed in the course of a year, and everything's been positive so far. So
That's how I feel too, Jen. I feel like it's true. My life has changed in such a different way. I would have never guessed if you asked me 2 years ago, this is where I'd be standing right now. I never would have believed it, that I'd be 55 pounds lighter, that I'd have a team of 125 coaches with me, and that I would be building a business, doing something I love and helping people. And so, you never know where life is going to take you. It's really phenomenal. And the opportunity that we've gotten has really, really been life-changing. And I think it's just the beginning because, as we continue to help people, my life continues to be enhanced. So I completely agree with you there.
Yeah.
So now you want to hop into some questions?
Yeah. So why would someone become a coach?
It's a great question, Jen. A lot of people ask us that. So, as some of you may know, coaches get 25% discount. And so if there's programs that you love, if you love drinking Shakeology, you're able to get 25% off of anything that you purchase. So that's a huge savings for people. You also are able to make 25% commission, which is also great. So if you do drink Shakeology and you just sell 2 challenge packs to 2 friends or family members or coworkers, you've now covered your own cost. So that's really appealing too. So where you may not necessarily want to be an active coach, you can help just some of the people that you know and you care for, as you're going on your journey, and you're able to cover your own costs. So it's not an out-of-pocket expense for you. The other thing is, as Jen had mentioned, you get healthy and you reduce your health risks, and your family gets involved. And so she's talking about how her kids are eating, the foods that she's eating and doing her workouts with her. So, it's not only promoting a healthy lifestyle for herself, but for her family too, and being a role model to them and getting them involved. And then the other thing is it really keeps you on track. I find that one of the greatest things about being a coach is that you guys keep me accountable also. So it's not just my own journey, it's your journey. It's our journey together, and we rely on each other. And so where maybe if you didn't have other people on your team, you can go and you can eat those things and not feel guilty and go on your merry way. But when you have a team relying on you, it really changes your perspective, and you think about things differently. And like, I can't practice I have to practice what I preach. I'm telling you to work out, I need to work out too. And so there is an accountability that comes along with being a coach in a really positive, good way, because it really helps yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. So what do you think makes like a great coach?
You had actually mentioned it before. Passion is definitely one of them. If you love helping people, this is something that would be very gratifying and rewarding. Obviously, if you're willing to share your story with other people, and I'm not saying scream it to the rooftops, but share with people people you trust, people you care about. And then over time, if you're able to share with other people, anyone that you encounter that could benefit from a healthy lifestyle, that's what makes a great coach. And you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to be qualified in anything. You just have to want to, help other people when they need you in their time of need.
Yeah. So do I have to like be, at the end of my journey to be a coach though? Like,
that's a great question.
On it,
Yeah, that's a great question, because a lot of people ask that, Jen. Actually, no. I started being a coach, a month into my journey, and what I found, the feedback that I got from people, was that they liked that I wasn't at the end of my journey, that they were able to do the journey along with me, and that we were able to learn together and grow together and motivate each other and be able to celebrate our successes with each other as we all went through our different milestones. And so, where a lot of people think you have to be able to show off this huge transformation, it's not true at all. People don't need that. They can go to a nutritionist. They can go someplace else for that if they want. Someone that's all in a perfect package with all of this, school knowledge and skill set. It's different. People are looking for someone relatable and reliable and that they can do the journey with. So
if I wanted to become a coach, like how much would it cost me?
Okay, so in terms of becoming a coach, there is a $40 sign-up fee. The great thing about the $40 sign-up fee is that it's waived when you buy a challenge pack or have bought a challenge pack. So for anyone that doesn't know what a challenge pack is, it's when you get Shakeology along with the program. As a courtesy, the company, appreciates and rewards you for the fact that you're taking on a whole program with Shakeology to help your healthy lifestyle, and they give that refund to you. So that's awesome. So pretty much everyone that's gotten one, you don't have to worry about that. You can consider that free to sign up. In terms of ongoing costs, there's a monthly coach fee that's approximately $15.99, and it varies by like $1 or $2 in certain states, but that's the average. And so with that fee, let's say you drank Shakeology. Since you get 25% off for Shakeology, you are paying $97 for Shakeology plus your $2 shipping, and then this $15.95 coach maintenance fee. And that comes out to about $114 a month. And that's versus $132 for a client fee. So whether you're an active coach or not, you're benefiting just from being the coach price just by doing that avenue. So it's a really great savings, and that's just your Shakeology. Now let's say you like the skincare and you like to buy other products, then all of that is also 25% off.
Right.
So those are the fees.
Do you have to drink Shakeology?
You don't have to drink Shakeology. Obviously, if you're going to be an active coach, being a product of the product is really important, and Shakeology is part of that journey. So, in order to be able to, give that information to people and be able to speak about your own experiences, it helps that you drink it. If you don't, then, Beachbody doesn't have any quotas per se. Like, a lot of companies, you have to buy a lot of things in order to be able to be an active selling participant. Beachbody doesn't require that. They have this low volume that they call personal volume, and it's 50. If you drink Shakeology, that gets us a volume of 90, and so that takes care of any personal volume. So if you're just drinking Shakeology, you've taken care of any sort of, necessity in order to stay active. If you don't drink Shakeology, then you would just need to sell one challenge pack a month. And if you're planning to be a selling coach, I would think one challenge pack at least a month you're going to be doing anyway. So while it's not necessary in order to remain an active coach, it would be great in terms of your, sharing your story.
Okay. So how do you actually make money?
So as I mentioned earlier, you make 25% commission on all of your sales. As you move up in rank, there's different levels of rank. So as you grow your team, you make additional bonuses. So when you're an Emerald coach, which is 2 coaches, then you actually can get paid leads, which means people that just don't have a coach, like Jen originally didn't have a coach, and she went online and she just, purchased a program, but she had no one to help her. There, then Beachbody provides a coach to them. So by you being having 2 coaches on your team, you're now, just by being there, able to get clients that have bought programs, and you can make commission off of those programs. And so that's one great way to make money without necessarily having to sell yourself. The other thing is there's team bonuses. So, as you build your team, you're going to be making cycle bonuses. And then also there's quarterly bonuses for different ranking levels. And so there's a lot of different ways to make money, and it's not necessarily all from your own direct sales. And so that's the really great thing, is that you don't have to be like, well, I'm not going to make anything if I didn't sell, 10 challenge packs this month. Don't worry about it, because as long as you're supporting your team and you're helping your team, there's ways to make income still for you.
Okay. So what if you're not really a salesman? How do you do this?
Okay. I'm not a salesman either. In fact, I never wanted to be in sales at all, which is why I work in a financial industry and not some sort of selling job like a broker or anything like that. You don't have to. It's not about being sales. It's about sharing your story, just like what Jen and I are doing tonight. In the beginning, we shared our journey. And if you share your journey with other people and are open to sharing it, then that's all that you have to do.
Okay. So do you need a lot of friends then?
I know that's a big concern, because a lot of people are worried about that they don't have a big network, and I didn't either. One of the great things about our team on Team Infinite Strength is we run a lot of trainings, and we show you different ways that you can grow your network. Like Courtney and I have a recipe page, and so we have 20,000 followers now. My social media network has grown significantly because of that. And I'm not saying you guys all have to run out and have recipe pages. But what I'm saying is that we show you different ways on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media network is of your interest, how to grow it on there without having to necessarily, tell your story to all your friends. There's so many different outlets. And, also obviously outside of work, at work or, play groups or wherever it is that you go. But, you definitely don't have to have a lot of people now, because over time that grows.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't start out with as many friends as I have.
Right.
So do you you said before, you don't have to be a specialist, people, you're not a nutritionist, you're not a personal trainer. How do you really define the coach then?
Right. I call myself a health and fitness coach. You can call me a life coach sometimes. Really it's just about sharing your story. And I don't put a title on myself. I'm not a nutritionist, and I never claim to be, and no one should ever claim to be. I'm someone that went through a journey, and I'm simply trying to help other people along, the same journey that I lived. And the difference is that, I'm trying to do it so that people don't have to learn the hard way and that they can get all the resources that they deserve. And that's really what it's about. We're on our team, we're always trying to come up with new ways to help our clients and our challengers by coming up with new types of meal plans and fun tips and ideas. And so that's what being a coach is about. It's not about getting a degree or being a nutritionist.
So this is something I want to do. Like, am I doing it on my own?
Ultimately, it's your own business. This is a business for everyone individually. But as I was mentioning before, we have training groups, and you're never alone. So besides the fact that I have training groups, and I'm actually running one right now, we're actually running 2 training groups right now. So we're busy. We're very busy right now. We're running training groups, but we also have a private group. Just like you guys are in challenge groups, we also have coach groups like that. And so we're constantly helping each other, leaning on each other, bouncing ideas off each other, helping each other's clients. You see in challenge groups, we do things together. We all jump on board and help all of our clients. And so we're a team. And so while it may be your individual business, you're not in the journey by any way, shape, or form by yourself. And if you sign up as a coach, it doesn't mean you lose me as a coach or Jen as a coach or Stephanie as a coach. We'll always be, whoever sent you, we'll always be your coach. You're just going to also be somebody else's coach. And so, I'm always going to be Jen's coach. I'm still always going to be there for her if she ever has rough patches, and my coach the same way. And so you're never alone in business or in your personal journey.
So do you have to market the products?
The great thing about Beachbody is that they actually spend about $100 million a year advertising for us, where other companies, a lot of times you have to advertise yourself. I don't know about you guys, but I've actually woken up in the middle of the night to insanity infomercials. And I actually used to remember when they were on like 5 years ago, way before my journey. And I'd be like, that guy is insane. Oh my God, I would wake up at like 4 a.m. to the infomercial and be like, oh my God, I can never do that. And then here I was in July doing a workout with Shaun T at Summit in Nashville. And I can't even believe it. Like what a whirlwind of a journey this has been, because that's pretty crazy that I remember distinctly waking up at those infomercials. So they spend a lot of money for us. They give a lot of resources. We have something called an online office, and coaches have their own virtual desk, basically, where you can find every piece of information on every single program, resource for yourself, pamphlets. Really, there's everything you can possibly want, videos to share with clients, like trainings, anything and everything that you can possibly want besides all the resources we give you, Beachbody gives you. And so they invest a lot in the people that join their company.
Right.
Do you have any other questions, Jen?
I don't think I have any other questions, Marissa. I don't know if anyone else has any questions for you.
So I guess before I hop into the preferred customer, maybe I'll stop here and ask if anybody has questions about the active coaching or anything that I've mentioned already.
Right.
So if you guys can take yourself off mute, anyone that's on mute, and hop in and ask any questions, don't be shy.
Yeah. I know like some of you in here are already preferred customers, and I invited you to this call today so that you can hear about the business side of coaching, and maybe now you feel ready to start like the next part of your journey with Beachbody. So do you have any questions about how to make that transition or anything like that?
Tina, Linda, anybody? I see Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, Marie.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
I knew there would be a question.
All right. So, okay. I just started this maybe like, I don't know, 6 cycles ago. I'm still a discount coach, no plans on selling anything yet. I
Oh,
haven't done. I know, I'm really bad. I'm still on my work clothes and it's 9:00. I saw. I don't know. When I joined a coach, I think Jen tagged me on kind of read the rules and all that stuff. I haven't really gotten to them yet, but I've seen a lot of this SC stuff. What is that? I honestly, I just look at it, I'm like, okay, someone has an SC10. I guess that's good. I have no idea what that is.
It's just a way, there's points for, in terms of earning those cycles that we were talking about. And for every person, every life that you change and any person that you help, the company gives you points. And then when you help a certain number of people, they give you prizes and, ways to thank you for being.
So the number is the number of people they enroll, I guess. Like,
right. Yeah, it's the number of people that they've helped during the month. And so it's a way to just acknowledge that coach's hard work and saying, hey, great job for helping 5 people this month or 10 people this month. And they send us prizes and, other things to say thank you. Hey, thanks for being a great coach and helping another person. And so that's really all it stands for on a basic level.
right. It's nice.
Stacy, are you on the phone still?
I'm here. I'm listening. I'm absorbing.
Okay. Tina, you're on mute, but I want to know if you have something to ask.
I have a question.
Linda, shoot.
Okay, so I've been talking to Stephanie about this for at least a week or two. And my biggest concern is I don't know anybody really that I could become a coach to, and I don't want to feel like I'm pushing this onto anybody. I have a very hard time, bringing that up to somebody, and that is my biggest concern, is to get into it and not be able to do what I want to do.
I hear what you're saying. I would like to not consider myself pushy either.
No,
I don't like being pushy. I think that when you look at it as you sharing your journey, because that's really all it is, it's you sharing your story with somebody else, it doesn't come across as pushy because you have a genuine interest in feeling good about yourself and helping them feel good about them or helping them reach their goals. And so it would only come across salesy or pushy if that wasn't your intention. And if that's not your intention, then coaching really wouldn't be for you, because I don't consider myself a salesperson. This isn't a sales job where you're just getting money. Like, you have to also genuinely care about people, because it's time. You see what we do in our challenge groups. Like, there's time invested in these in people's lives. And so you have to want to do that. So so while you think that you have nobody to coach right now, that changes over time. And as you share your journey, like you were sharing your great meals on your Facebook wall, and your friends were saying, hey, Linda, what is that? What are you eating? What are you doing? What's that program? You've already been getting questions. You have like a plethora of people to coach. You just don't realize it yet, because they've been all commenting and seeing what you're doing. And that's what we do. Like, if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, I share my journey, and Stacy can attest to it. Stacy watched me for like a year.
I don't know about a year, but yeah, there was a few months going on there.
So you share your life, and then, at some point, it's going to be the right time for that person that you're friends with. And it's not going to be about pushing something on them. It's going to be, they're ready, you're ready, and let's get, game on, let's go. So, don't feel like that's a concern.
Okay.
See, for me, it's not so much like the pushy part. I don't see that as pushy. I think one of what I notice, sometimes I'm very silent. I'm just observing all these groups on Facebook, and it's like, it's flooding your feed every day. So you see all this stuff on your feed. I think one thing I'm seeing about the coaches and how they're so successful is that confidence. You guys are so confident. You put yourself out there. Look what I did. I lost this weight. This is the recipe. I am not there yet. So I feel that is not a quality of a good active coach. If I will not put a picture up you know, of like my weight loss. Almost though, not a lot. I don't feel good about myself yet, you know, so I'm not quite there yet. And really because I don't want to give up, honestly, I'll put Shakeology, it's like, all right, I'll do 2 months, because the first question I asked Jen, how many months should I do this when I bought the challenge pack? She's like, okay, maybe 2. All right, so I put myself down to 2. And then when I'm like down to like 1 week, I'm like, oh, hell no, it's not. So, okay, so then I'm on my 6th Shakeology, no, 4, my 4th. Every month, I'm saying, all right, I'm going to cancel it next month. And then next month rolls around, like the 22nd is when they ship me a new one. I'm like, the 21st, I'm picking out the phone call. I'm like, no, I can't do it. I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping it. So the psychology, I'm completely bought into it. It makes me feel good. It really curbs my craving, a little bit of energy. But as far as like, you know, like the journey yet, so I'm not quite there yet. So I'm hoping that one day when I'm there, I can inspire people. I think your confidence of like, you know, sometimes I laugh when you put your videos, Marisa. I'm like, I just couldn't do that. I'm like, good for her.
Let me
Yeah.
let me just tell you, I actually had like a public fear of speaking, and my heart used to pound that I couldn't even hear myself talking because all I heard was my heart beating. But then you come to a point where you realize you're helping more people than you're hurting, and you say, you know what, I'm leaving that at the door, because if my crazy video of me singing gets somebody to say like, you know what, I could totally do that too, well then like so be it. Then, you know, anyone can think anything they want about me. That's okay, you know, because there's other people that, you know, think good things. And, you know, that confidence doesn't, you know, comes over time. I wasn't always confident in myself, but, you know, one thing I'll say is that being a coach and having people rely on me and then sending me notes about how great their success has been, that gives you confidence in yourself too. It's not all a physical confident transformation that happens. It's an emotional confidence transformation that happens. And so when I get those notes and those tags of how amazing our week was, and Marisa, like, you're a great coach and I thank you for all your support, those are the things that build my confidence, not the picture I post on my wall. So I just want you to know that it's like it's a twofold.
During the summer,
I won't say that I don't like what's going on.
It's just like, you know, okay. The difference is like that confidence you're selling it. I have no fear of public speaking. That's what I do for a living. I did TED Talks with thousands of people. So, but the material that I have to talk about,
right?
I'm knowledgeable. I'm confident. But with this, your material is yourself, and that I am not there yet. So I couldn't even like a 50-second. Who's that? Kristen. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, she's love of Pio Sweat. I'm like, girl, go for it, because like I can't.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's why you signed up to be a preferred customer, because you didn't feel you were there yet, but you wanted to continue your journey and you wanted to do it at a reduced rate. And so
I'll just drink my Shakeology in the dark. That's it. The camera. Oh my God. I'm happy about that.
And that's okay too. We don't have to turn the light on just yet. So, but I get you. I think it's an overtime transformation, and when you're ready, it'll be time for you. And in the meantime, you know, you can enjoy the great perks that come with being a discount.
Yeah, I bought the Extreme, so I got a discount for that. That was good. It's still in the pack. I haven't opened it yet. Because if I can't even do the side plank on a regular 21-day exercise, then I have no business opening the Extreme right now. So I'll let that wait for for a time being.
I did Extreme legs today. That was.
But Autumn girl, she's insane. But
she is. Wait until Hammer and Chisel come out in a couple months, guys. You guys better get ready, because we're all going to be doing that together.
She posted a video on that of what equipment that you need.
Yeah.
She'll post something on her page.
Yeah.
It's similar to like the Body Beast equipment.
So
That's gonna be fun.
does anyone have any other questions in terms of coaching? No?
You want to talk
Okay.
about preferred customers?
Yes. Is everyone that's on the call interested in active coaching, or are you also interested in the preferred customer?
Preferred customer over here.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. No, that's great. So basically, our team, we have a program called the Preferred Customer Program. And what that is you're actually a discount coach. We'll call it an inactive coach. So you sign up as a preferred customer, it's going to be listed as a coach. But what that is you don't have to, as I was talking about before, about quotas or anything, you don't sell to anybody. We have a preferred customer group where we offer monthly prizes. There's a raffle every single month. You get information on the sales before other people. So we share sale information with you. We do the monthly raffles. We give you, if you do want to share information with your friends and family, we'll give you that information of how you can share that so that they can also get the sales. And it's a way for you to learn about the program and still get support, but without having to be an active coach. And then if you ever wanted to transition over to be a selling coach where you share your story and you have a clientele, then we're able to do that because you're already signed up. And so you also would have to pay the monthly maintenance fee of the $15, but like I was mentioning before, you get the 25% discount on everything. And so if you're drinking Shakeology, then getting a 25% discount plus the coach maintenance fee plus the $2 shipping is $20 or so cheaper than if you just stay a client buying it monthly. And so just from that financial aspect alone, if you're continuing Shakeology, it doesn't really make any sense to continue it as a client because you're able to get it cheaper with no obligation to anything. There's no quotas. There's nothing that stops you from, no longer continuing it. There's no rules or regulations or anything like that. If you change your mind, you're able to, simply cancel that account. And so between that and the 25% discount and our raffles, and that's the really big thing is that, by doing that, we thank you for being a preferred customer on our team, and we do the raffles and prizes. So, that's a nice, great thing. And it's normally programs or new products that came out. So that's what the preferred customer program is. Does anyone have questions on that?
Question, you said they have to, if they purchase Shakeology each month, that kind of covers the individual quota. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like what you do right now. You're a preferred customer, and so you're not required to sell anything because, people that sign up to be a preferred customer are doing it for the discount. You wouldn't, unless, you wouldn't sign up to be a preferred customer if you're not drinking Shakeology and you don't buy any products, because then it wouldn't really make sense. So for somebody like you who buys Shakeology monthly and gets the discount, then you get the shakes for $97 instead of $129.
So what happens if a preferred customer kind of changed that to, let's say, doing the Shakeology on every other month or a quarterly basis? Would that kind of...
You can go inactive if you don't continue your orders, but that's why I was saying, this wouldn't be for somebody that wants to order Shakeology once every 6 months, because that really doesn't make sense to pay a monthly fee in order to do that. You should only do a preferred customer option if you plan to continue Shakeology monthly or maybe every other month. But beyond that, it really financially doesn't make sense to do it. That's the purpose to sign up to get a discount. So if you're not buying anything, there's no reason to get a discount on anything. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, if you do skip a month, you still have to, you'll still get charged your $15 fee.
Right. I think the $15 is not the issue. I thought they're going to penalize you more than $15.
No. There's no, because not at all. Yes. But beyond that, then it just wouldn't make sense to not have that account. Yeah. No, that's why there's no obligation at all. You could stop at any time being a coach or a preferred customer. Questions? Anybody? Anybody else? Linda, you look like you're dying to ask another question. I feel it.
Nope.
Yeah, and I do want to mention also, most of you probably know that I have a recipe page with Courtney called Fix Up Recipes. And as part of a promotion that her and I are running for the rest of this weekend, we are going to be giving away all 4 of our recipe cookbooks to anybody that does sign up this month for the preferred customer or the active coach option. So keep that in mind. Oh, it's over 100 recipes, and we're going to be giving that to people for a thank you and a welcome to our team.
Okay.
So if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to answer. If you don't feel comfortable asking here, you can send myself a note, the person that referred you to the call a note, in the group, you know, wherever you feel comfortable. But I just want to make sure that everyone's questions are answered and that, you know, you feel good walking away from the call.
Okay.
No? If there's no other questions, then I want to thank you guys for all calling in tonight. And I hope that we answered everything that you were curious about. And I look forward to hopefully having you guys join our team.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.